We were repeatedly warned about fascism by the same people who refused to take meaningful action to stop fascism. I mean, this was after the leak of the end of Roe v. Wade, when their constituents were begging them to do something. And they were like, we can't do shit. Just vote. And who sought to partner with the people seeking to destroy democracy. Catering to Nazis. I'd love to help you, but what would Stormfront say? This is when he was just copy-pasting Stephen Miller's immigration policies. Continuation of Nazi policies, Pennywise Biden. Literally, this wasn't even much of a change of his language. It's something they actually did. And showering Nazis with billions of dollars in defense contracts here after he was openly, emphatically a Nazi. And by the way, just yesterday, I didn't clip it, but another report about how Democratic National something or other, the Congressional something, DNCC, raising a shit ton of money from SpaceX and Palantir. So fuck them. Partnering in genocide with a MAGA allied war criminal and terrorist. And treating anti-genocide activists in your base with the brutality you warn is coming from the other side. Vote for me or my opponent will do this. Still, I thought if the country was at the crumbling stage, Democrats would be roused. I'm glad Democrats opted for a policy of reconciliation, compromise, and mutual respect. Okay, they are cowards and centrists and incrementalists, but if the country starts to teeter and collapse into a fascist oligarchy, you would hope they would rise to the occasion, right? It's like you have one job. But that was naive. They did not have one job. Their job was not to protect the country. The job was to maintain their own personal standard of living. This is their philosophy. Why aren't you thanking us? The other guys would decapitate you. And this is their strategy as democracy falls. I didn't actually write this, so I need to see what I clipped here. Oh yeah, Schumer's strategy, just wait. And then monstrous James Carville. By the way, New York Times asked James Carville to say this. That was a fucking choice. Just yesterday. James Carville. The best things Democrats can do in this moment, roll over and play dead and let Trump hang himself on his own, whatever. Hakeem Jeffries, testily. What leverage do we have? Democrats furious not at the fascism, but at their constituents for fighting fascism, literally. First, any so-called opposition party that is unable or unwilling to communicate coherently and unflinchingly about a party of Nazi rapists and pedophiles should disband immediately. All right. Their entire existence, the Democratic Party leadership, has led up to this moment. When there's a Doge Nazi blocking the door as teenagers illegally sabotage and ransack the government, you don't just pose for the cameras. You remove the Doge Nazi by any means necessary. And you go to jail if that's what it takes to stop this and or to galvanize the population to rise against oligarchs and Nazis. Republicans are openly calling for our enslavement or death. There is no point to pressure them. Hakeem Jeffries is like, why don't they protest Republicans? Within the system, the only point of pressure is on Democrats. And if they're not going to put their lives and livelihoods on the line at this last gasp, they need to resign. And we need to make them resign and replace them with people who won't partner with fascists. All right. I'm going to end on a good note, positive note, happy note. We're all going to be happy here. All right. Yeah. All right. This will be quick. The Musks, the Netanyahus, the Trumps are in the direct tradition of formaldehyde heads and or skeletons, deranged phrenologists. I know I should have done it separately, but who cares? It was like 2 hours ago. I couldn't think of something happy to end it on, so this is kind of trying to be happy here. And people whose names we say should be erased. They are not echoes, they are not shimmers. They are walking directly in the same footsteps. History already spat this shit out, and it's going to spit these tyrants out as well. We are going to destroy them because we have no other choice.